Legend of Total War here with part 23, I think, of my Total War Attila Let's Play campaign as the Sassanid Empire. Alright, so previously, a few regions here and there, we've essentially taken out the Western Roman Empire, that's all that's left of them. And we're slowly taking out the Eastern Roman Empire. They've only got one settlement left. Okay, let's just continue from where we left off. So we just captured Tingi over here, so let's do repairs and such. Get rid of that, don't need it. So what do we gain here? Pillars of Hercules, campaign movement range plus 5% for all fleets. Oh, you know what, that might have been really useful bloody last turn.
Yes.
Because I only couldn't make it there by a small margin. Oh well. Anyway, let's move on to the next turn. Alright, so we got over some other governor, one must have died. Where do I most need a governor? I'd say here in Venetia. Because I put the governors wherever we need the most growth. Because we're clearly going to need a lot of growth to get these going. However, it does put him at risk of being killed, but he's a... whatever, who cares. Alright, so let's move on.
How may I serve Persia?
Now that the Eastern Roman Empire only has one settlement left, they don't have any like major capitals, so they can't recruit their best units. Damn, the Garamantians, for one settlement they can sure muster a lot of troops. I think it's bullshit how much the AI cheats like that. They shouldn't be able to muster that many troops. Well, I should say, they shouldn't be able to maintain that many. So like what I've always said with the later Total War games, the larger the faction, the easier it is to take it down. So small factions end up with like 4 armies sitting in their regions, right? And large factions have one army posted all over the place, or all of their armies are concentrated in one area, which means you just attack them where they're not. So depending on whatever the AI tactic employs, you just employ something different. Easy victory here, we don't need to fight this manually. 17 casualties. I'll actually recover more than I lost. Ah, damn it. Rebellion showed up here. I was hoping it would show up on Crete.
How may I serve Persia?
Right, well, I want you to go back there to prepare for the defenses against this, because you'll be able to assist. And even though you're not a full fleet, I still think I can take it out.
Yes. Ships to port. Attack!
This is another thing that annoys me. They won't be taking attrition from that, but I do. fucking
may I
irritating.
serve Persia?
See, look how many men I lost compared to them. Fucking double standards. Bloody cheating fucking AI. They don't take attrition through moving through, you know, attrition areas. They only take attrition if they end the turn in that area. But to be honest, that's the least amount of concern, you know. These maps are very small. So the plan here is to, with our fleet... Wait, I could have auto-resolved this, couldn't I? It doesn't matter. Is to burn all their ships down. This is why we don't have it raining in this situation. Yeah, even though they've got artillery, they're land artillery, so they don't actually have it with them.
Upon our people and the gods? No! No! Coward, this is the little death which gnaws at you each day. Better to fight and die a warrior.
Now, if we have to get into melee with them with these ships here, we can totally do it.
We await your word.
I wonder if I can use the arrow keys here to make them go backwards. Ah, you piece of shit! Because they can reverse in this. Come on, I want you to reverse. I wonder if there is a key for it. Let me just have a look. Doesn't look like there is. That burnt down really quickly. They don't have a lot of ammunition on its own, so we just need to make sure they have a steady supply of it. They're much faster than their ships. But while they're doing this, they have a reduced speed. We don't burn down anywhere near as fast as they do.
Keep firing! Ammunition replenished!
Let me go in this direction over here. Problem is these naval maps are so goddamn tiny.
The general has fallen! Our victory grows ever nearer!
In Empire they were probably too big, and this it is absolutely minuscule. Obviously they didn't want you doing this kind of stuff, but I don't know. Why not? What's so wrong with doing this? Fleet versus transports, you'd harass them.
A ship has spent its ammunition!
They can't actually replenish their ammunition, so, you know, once they've spent all theirs, that's it. But I'd much rather burn them down rather than waste their ammo. 8 more seconds, they're not going to catch up to us. But I'd rather these guys not get close because they're going to be quite damaging. Can I move it?
The ship has replenished its ammunition!
Good, no one going over there. That's it, just keep following them. Okay, we should be able to get away with another one of these now. There's not too many of them close behind us.
ammunition! This ship will continue firing!
Okay, good. That one's burnt down. Move it. It's okay if they're kind of wasting their shots right now. Because we've got unlimited ammo. Got only a few ships left. These guys seem to be stuffing around. We've got plenty of room to move now. So we can justify, even though we haven't used up that much ammo, just get it started. Because they only start off with 6 shots. So they use it up very quickly. So by the time that's done, we'll have no ammo left. It's close.
The men have received more ammo!
Wish they wouldn't auto-target a unit that's this clearly dead.
The enemy are losing their advantage!
Yeah, not so easy to sink naval vessels. Yeah, by burning the ships down. These transport ships, very flammable. Just a few more to go.
Ammunition stocks restored!
Good, just 2 ships left. Suppose it doesn't matter if we keep firing. Make sure he doesn't get away.
The ship has replenished its ammunition. The ocean favors us.
Look at this, this fucking
Victory
ship is still
upon
shooting
us.
at us. Good, every last one of their ships gone. And we took a grand total of 37 casualties. Now, if we were up against the Navy, that's where we'd need these guys to go in and... We wouldn't be able to ram them. I don't think we can purchase ramming ships with this faction. It wasn't available. But yeah, just to lock in, especially on their missile units, and then use their missile units to take out their melee ones.
Fleet reporting, my lord. Hard on the oars. Row, curse you! Row!
So that invasion of theirs failed. Now, by capturing this settlement here, it seems that we have given them access to their foodstuffs again, so they're not starving anymore. They might hit this region here, but we've got to sort this out here first before we go anywhere else.
Yes! It is an honor to serve you. Your orders,
Oh
my
shit.
lord?
Can't recruit in that stance. Should've just stayed there.
Yes.
Oh well.
Ready for orders.
So you'll come over here.
Advance! Destination reached!
And we'll prepare for an attack on Italy. Italia, whatever.
Awaiting Persia's
These guys
fate,
might be
my
able to come
lord.
in and assist as well. Go in together.
Ready for battle.
Let me just check to see how the Huns feel about us. Gotta make sure we maintain relations. Yep, still good. Still good public order here. Doesn't look like it's gonna revolt anytime soon.
An enemy has many faces.
That doesn't look difficult.
I am eager to serve.
Let's go down there and kill them now.
Besieging settlement.
And completely
siege
control
to the
all of
settlement.
Africa.
We take this settlement for you, my lord. None will escape. Ready for orders.
I think we can justify taxing it now. Oh, hardly any food. Doesn't matter. We'll maintain public order just because we're going to be here.
My lord. Ready for orders.
An extra 1% is probably not going to count for anything. African separatists. So, a faction of Africa had to show up, I think. Are they Roman or what? No, they actually look like they're Arab. Not Arab, but North African faction. Got the Ostrogoths down here. How many settlements do we have now? 123, okay. Alright, let's just move on to the next turn.
Ready for battle. It is an honor to serve you.
concerned about here. Probably end up recovering more than we lose. Separatists. Yeah, they're throwing away the last of their forces because they don't know what else to do. Better to die in battle than to starve, I suppose. Western Roman Empire is gone, killed by separatists, but probably had low integrity. Okay, let's have a look here. Suppose without the Western Roman Empire, no need for the separatists, unless they're still actually out there. Yeah, it's still there. It was a different... Yeah, it was Roman separatists. These are Western Roman separatists.
Steady as we go. Keep a weather eye open, men.
Awaiting Persia's bidding, my lord.
How long do they intend to starve us out? 6 turns until it surrenders. Got half a mind, I'll just let them take it.
Fleet reporting, my lord.
Got bigger fish to fry over here.
How may I serve Persia?
I'll stay here for just for time being. We're slowly replenishing. They're mustering new troops. They could only possibly be getting... I know they've got... Oh, they could be getting skirmisher barracks going. Alright, never mind. Seems like they can actually get good units. Close to being at full strength. Alright, now if we were to take on Attila, let's have a look. They actually quite like us, but I don't care, I'm going to kill them. They're allied with the Ostrogoths, and they're at war with the Eastern Roman Empire. Alright, what I might do, see if we can get peace with them.
Come then, speak. Greetings in the name of the state.
Because I don't want to go to
so
war with the
forth.
Ostrogoths.
Now, what do you...
forget it. I mean, I dragged the Huns at war with them as well. How strong are the Ostrogoths? They're not so tough. Alright, fine.
Be most welcome. Your words will find an attentive audience.
There you go. Now you're at war with the Huns as well. Enjoy.
Laying siege to the settlement. My
I
lord.
wonder if protective stance is actually better now that we've got artillery. Because I've avoided using it ever since I've done my did my auto-resolve test. But one thing I didn't test in that auto-resolve test was what it was like if I had artillery in the army.
Awaiting Persia's bidding, my lord. Ready for orders. None will escape. Laying siege to the settlement.
Okay, I'm not too concerned about this because all we have to do is just stay well away from the coast. Let them come to us. That way their artillery ship has no choice but to disembark and lose their entire strength. So set up somewhere around over here where their artillery couldn't possibly reach us. Well, that looks like shit, but this is no adverse weather effects. So yeah, if we stay back here, we should be fine. No way in hell their artillery could reach. I couldn't reach them with my heavy onagers.
The Senate large onager! As you wish! We understand! By Ahura Mazda!
These Roman dogs are tenacious. Cut one legion down, and like the Hydra's heads, two seem to grow anew. But we will hack them down. We will burn to the heart of the Roman people and be victorious. To arms!
Those explosive rounds seem to be pretty good against cavalry. It actually seems to be good against everything, if they can actually land the hit. Don't worry, Attila. It's got the best graphics. Look how fucking ugly this looks. So powerful. These are great. Just hold off on shooting,
Ambushing us!
because they're hiding behind here. Of course, they can't arc their shots very well.
Fill the skies!
Good. They had to disembark all their artillery crew. That's exactly what we wanted. Just hold on. Okay, since all their artillery crew has now landed, we can afford to move a little bit forward so that these guys here can get a better angle.
Enemy units have rallied and returned to the battle!
Orders, my lord!
Oh, watch out, Preventories. Sarcasm because of shit. The only thing they've got going for them is excellent capture power. Was that exploratories? This is probably the upgrade version, but they're still no good. So remember, this had low melee attack. Just from a multiplayer perspective, because I actually did play quite a bit of multiplayer with this. Any unit that had low melee attack was almost worthless. It just wouldn't get any kills. I mean, high melee defense would keep them alive for a little while, but not long enough. Whenever I played multiplayer, my best performing games were when I was bringing high attack units. God, these guys do amazingly well. Look at those kills. They haven't even been in that large of a cluster. Shot. Wasn't even aiming for that. What are you fucking aiming for? Oh, I see. They were aiming for this guy. Tad closer. Alright, that's shooting at us, but I'm not too concerned about it.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Okay, maybe I am. I'm back.
Double!
Now that we've used up all that ammunition, we technically have no artillery, so they might just sit there. Or maybe not. You shoot anything? Shoot their archers. Actually, just shoot them where they're most concentrated, I suppose.
Ready! Immortal! Fill the skies! Find your targets! Attack! Warriors of Persia! Forward! Awaiting order! Armenian snakers! Judas! Ayahura Master! Fill the skies! Double time! Elite Immortal! Spears at your command! Elite Immortal!
Okay, everything's going pretty well so far. Minimal casualties.
We have revealed their concealed men! Enemy units have been rallied! Armenian snakers!
I think my biggest problem with the battles in this is the friendly fire. I was playing Rome 2 the other day, and the friendly fire was just nowhere near as bad as in this. Like, it almost seems like sometimes that they aim for your friendly units. It's absolutely horrendous how bad it is. These guys are performing pretty well. This battle. Not too many casualties, getting into melee and holding their own. That's what I want to see. That's their job. A little bit low in ammo.
The enemy are losing their advantage!
This one's done well.
We await your order! Elite Immortals! Spears at your command! Immortals! Armenian snakers!
Okay, the battle appears to be won. Just wait another unit to rout or what?
Day is yours!
That went very well. That's actually probably the best result we've seen from an evenly matched battle out of a out of this, you know, this new template. Still think it's possible to make like a stronger army, but it's more a case of versatility. This army will, as far as what the roster is concerned, will have the most effectiveness against any type of force. Whereas if I build a more specialist force, then they'll really struggle against, like if I build one that's all cavalry, they'll really struggle against the Huns. If I build one that's, you know, all heavy infantry with no archers, it'll struggle against being skirmished.
We fight for you, my lord.
But the main thing is I've built an army here that should be able to beat any Hun stack one-on-one. Unless there's lots of chosen Uar warriors. But even then, they might actually do okay. Okay, I need to tax this.
My lord. How may I serve Persia?
God damn, look at bloody the Garamantians. They're still mustering troops, what the fuck? That's total horseshit.
At your command.
Alright, anything else to do? Yep, upgrade a few of these.
Ready for orders.
Suppose now that we're at war with these guys, you should come down here. You'll take a bit of attrition going through here.
I want hourly patrols.
We gotta protect Mediolanum, which will not have a large garrison at this point. Let's move on. This guy's got a lot of fucking negative traits. Oops. Uh-oh. So, yep, going to war with the Ostrogoths may cost me a bit. Can't resolve my way out of this one. And I got no archers. That's gonna be a problem. Well, I've got these archers here. It's not a cavalry general either. I could have brought one of the other guys back over here to assist. I mean, it's not a great loss. I mean, this guy here is probably old anyway. Well, he's a faction heir. Not a big deal. I haven't been paying attention to the family tree stuff anyway. Doesn't matter. These ones here, for example, they're going to rip right through us. Germanic Spearmasters. There's no hope of victory here. Absolutely none. Oh well. Still, it'd be a shame to even fight, like, auto-resolve this just anyway. I might as well give it a shot. But there's no hope of victory. But here's the thing, if I auto-resolve it, they'll walk out of there without a scratch. If I fight this manually, hopefully I can at least damage them enough so the other two armies sitting at the other region can come over here and retake this. This settlement type is not good. Yeah, this is the big downside when you actually get caught without all these guys together. But that's okay. We'll just raise a new army for Doomstack over in the Balkans. I mean, I've got one load of archers here. I don't know what they're going to do. What I might do with them actually is keep them in reserve. If by some miracle we manage to kill that general, which I really do mean it'll be a bloody miracle if we can manage it, then then we can maybe use whistling shot. I'm just thinking, what if we come charging out over here and surround them before the rest of their troops come in over here? Where are their reinforcements likely to show up from? From the north. Oh, I should... Fuck me, I'm just thinking I should have gone not control large army. That way they wouldn't have shown up. Downside with this is I can only put so many troops here at a time. This is what I'm going to do here. Because I don't want this battle to last for fucking 5 hours. Me defending just choke points, just sitting there not doing any damage. Because these guys here, they're not damage hitters. They're high melee defense. So my plan here is to wrap around them as quickly as possible. Try and kill their general. Okay, these two here, which are part of the garrison. I keep them here. So hopefully they come charging in over this way. I'll keep you here and you over here. I want you to distract their cavalry and send them out over in this direction. You come out over here and maybe distract some of their units. As for barricades, what does it matter? Just put something down. So if their reinforcements show up from... it's not possible. There's no way in hell we can win this. We're going to get hit in the rear. Well, we're just going to get hit by an entirely another army before they even... before we can get what we need to get done. See, I couldn't even get out that way. Alright, so the plan here is not necessarily to do lots of casualties, but to obliterate at least a couple of their units. Because obviously if we do like 5% casualties on all of their units, that doesn't mean anything. They'll recover before next turn. But if I can take out a few of their units before they get a chance to recruit, more like they'll have to recruit new ones to replace them. Keep that distracted if we can. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that. Doesn't matter.
Riders at the double! Forward!
Come out over here.
Given up and are running for their lives.
Protect the general. Luckily they're in wedge formation, so they're moving slowly. Good, we got one of these units here wiped out. This one's there, just a distraction. Oh, I should put them on fire. Well, it doesn't matter. What do we do with them? It's a shit ability, what are we going to do with it?
The tower has fallen. The men are broken and are fleeing.
Okay, guys, get organized. Here comes the next wave. Let the general try and run them down if possible. No chance.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
But still, I'm happy just doing that. That wasn't bad at all. Okay, the cavalry around.
Enemy forces.
Oh,
have
those
destroyed
Thracian
an
warriors are
entire
going to melt
unit.
us. This is exactly what they want to be fighting, spearmen. Oh well, all the victories that we've had using this template, it's about time we got one defeat.
Melee cavalry at your command.
To the barricades! The enemy attacks!
Our orders.
Not a missile units, that's going to be a big problem for us.
Quickly now! At speed! Forward!
So I'm actually impressed with how my
Orders.
Armenians are doing. Yeah.
For Persia!
General, take out their missile units.
For Persia!
Kill him. Well, I mean, actually, no, don't ignore him. See if we can kill him. Get over here. Just keep these guys running away from us, if possible.
Swift riders.
Forward! Armenian spears!
Keep them running away.
Our men flee the field of battle.
Because if we can kill that general, we might actually stand a chance of victory. He's losing in combat, yeah, because general bodyguards, basic ones, they suck.
We're being ambushed.
Here comes the rest of their forces. If you're gonna win this, you have to kill him like right now.
Armenian spears!
Wrap in here.
Melee cavalry at your command.
For honor! Armenian spears! Trouble! We are losing ground.
Yeah.
Still not believe that.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Our
Enemy
men
general's
have
dead.
given up and a
Good, good, good.
Russian general has fallen.
Flank him.
Our victory grows ever nearer. Spearmen ready for order. Forward! Armenian spears!
Try and charge into their rear here. Hopefully we can get a big old rout going. That'd be amazing.
Charge! Riders, advance!
How many of them are running away? Imagine if we actually won this.
Charge!
Still, look, my units are just dissolving. It's just too many of them.
Nothing remains of this unit now. Our spears are yours! For Persia! For honor and glory!
Shooting at him. Nah, there's too many of them. If we outnumbered them, maybe it could have broken them. But also they're spear masters, and they have a lot of morale. I'll just try and kill as many as I can.
Broken and are
That's what we've
fleeing.
lost, yeah. Still, I don't think that was a bad effort at all.
The men are broken and running for their lives. The men are wavering.
So, okay, we've got the army loss penalty, but luckily our morale still holds. So let's try and just run down as many of them as we can. Specifically their missile units, that would be great. Shame he's already taken so much damage. There's a lot of units out here that we can possibly run down. How tired is he? He's probably pretty tired. still got another tower over here as well. And another one there. Good, yeah, take out those spearmasters. I think it's one volley from that Germanic crossbowman, and then I'm just out of here. I have to lure them out here, but far enough away. How tired are we? He's coming out by himself. If I could hide somewhere, that might give me a bit of a chance to surprise them. Because if he, like I said, if he takes one shot at us, we're dead. But if I can get him to activate his skirmish mode, then we're gonna kill him. Good, I'm hidden there. The moment I'm no longer hidden is where we charge. We're within range. Charge.
Forward!
Surprise, motherfucker. Should be able to take them out, no problem. Imagine if we won from this point, just from using this tower here. I'll do what I can. You know, I couldn't maneuver my infantry around, but I can maneuver my cavalry. Right, at least we managed to take out that extra unit. Alright, I want to get down to the coast, move around this way. So we stay well away from their range, but they're pushing us to the edge. Like I said, one more volley and we're out of here. Shit. They're gonna follow me and capture the tower. So I'll have to change direction so they don't follow me. This way. Hopefully they just run past here and don't bother trying to capture it. What I might actually do here is pause the recording. I want to see exactly how far I can block around with these guys and see if I can potentially win this with 36 men. Just a personal goal of mine. I wouldn't want to put you guys through this kind of, I guess, boring battle, watching me just dick them around for however long this is going to take. But we'll resume when things are basically either hopeless or I've just about won, which is most likely going to be hopeless. Okay, well they just took out my tower there, so it's hopeless now. I'm just going to see if I can knock off some of their slingers, which will probably get me killed in the process. Anyway, I think if the battle lasts more than an hour, it starts to inflict morale penalties on you, so there was no way this was going to work. There were still too many of them. If I had done more damage to them at the start, maybe. Or if I had more... Yeah, no, there's no hope. There's still some really good units in there. So I'm going to try and get some of those slingers. It's going to be easy targets. Charging into those spearmasters, you know, it's not going to do anything. Times like this, you kind of would like to have a few cavalry, because you could want to split off their forces, but since all they need to do is come after you, they'll stay together. come charging in there, he's just gonna draw back. Like I said, we just want to have these hurlers chase me a little bit ahead of the main force so I can charge in on them. See, they're staying together. Oh well, here we go. Yeah, see, the charge is the death of us.
The men's resolve is failing. The men have broken.
They lost more men than we did, so not a bad effort. And they'll die unless they sack this settlement here and walk away. They'll die here next turn. Lost a good general though, but he was probably old, so it's fine. People die of old age. So what did they do? Sack it? Yeah, they sacked it, which was the only way they were going to survive that. So the 3 armies that I've still got in Africa, I'll pull them together at Tingi. Still continue to try and mess with them, but the army that I just lost will be re-recruited over here to be turned into a doom stack. If I had a doom stack there, I might have won. Might have been the keyword. If we can clear away these enemies, then... oh, well, the Huns have got that under control. So Huns are not yet immune to snow attrition. But I know that they've got a technology that can make them immune to it. So how's my influence? Still the same, so losing that faction here. I haven't even been paying attention to the family tree. You don't need to. As long as you keep balance here, it doesn't matter. There's plenty of family members, so why bother?
How may I serve Persia? We fight. Ready for battle.
Problem here though is because they sacked it, there's going to be a bit of instability for a few turns. It's going to take some time to fix up. One more tech and then we're completely finished.
We fight for you, my lord.
Looks like we're capturing Rome.
At your command. Ready for orders.
Yeah, that can be converted. Convert that. Convert it. Destroy it. And I think no, can't convert it, destroy it.
We fight for you, my lord.
Yeah, we'll leave the Franks alone for the time being. How's my army going on over here? So these guys are ready to go. They may have actually been ready to go for a turn or two. Where to send them?
Awaiting Persia's bidding, my lord. To your duty.
I actually bring them over here just because it looks like there's a lot of Eastern Empire forces over here. Until they're completely cleared off, we can't trust that they're not going to take any of these settlements.
My lord.
So there we go. And just to the template that I've
Our Lord
already sorted out.
fighters. It's a great and glorious thing to fight for our cause. A noble cause.
Good, they'll be ready soon enough.
At your command.
Alright, let's try and take this here before the Huns get to it, because they'll burn it to the ground. We've got to save the people there. Hypothetical people that don't actually exist.
We fight for you, my lord.
Most of the stuff out here is completely burnt to the ground. Anyway, with that being captured, that will have given us an autosave, which we can use to end the episode here because we're at an hour. So it sucks that we lost that army there, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really mean anything because they didn't capture the city, which if they did, it would have actually done more damage to them. They took so much damage they realized that we would have just wrecked them. And I'm going to rebuild that army even stronger over here. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, so like and subscribe. Part 24, I think, is next. And don't forget to visit me on Facebook. See you next time, fuckers.